He freezes in his tracks. Right at the entrance of his own store, the CEO sees her, head bowed, yellow gloves trembling, cheeks wet with tears. The janitor is crying. Not a quiet sniffle, but a broken sob, the kind you try to swallow but can't. Her mop leans helplessly against the counter. Customers pass by, oblivious. And in that moment, something inside him twists. He owns this store. He built this company. But here, right under his nose, someone is suffering, and he has no idea why. Before we continue, if you're watching for the first time, Elliot Stories welcomes you with a warm hug. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and tell us the city you're watching from. He steps closer. Are you okay? His voice is gentle, but firm. The janitor stiffens, quickly wiping her face with the back of her glove. She doesn't recognize him. That's the point. Undercover, no tailored suit, no corporate entourage. Just jeans and a t-shirt, blending in as any other shopper. Yes. I'm fine, she lies, eyes red, voice shaky. But her body says otherwise. She's holding too much inside. He senses it. Years of leadership taught him how to read people. This isn't about spilled mop water or an exhausting shift. This is deeper. His eyes scan the store. Employees laugh at the register. A manager barks orders near the produce aisle. Customers push carts, not noticing the broken soul in plain sight. Nobody cares. Nobody, except him. She picks up her mop again, desperate to avoid attention, but he sees her hands trembling. He lowers his voice. What happened? Her lips part as if to speak, but she catches herself. Her eyes dart to the manager. Fear flashes across her face. She shakes her head. Nothing. Please. Just let me work. That fear, it confirms everything. Something is wrong here. He walks down the aisle, pretending to browse, but every nerve in his body is tense. Why is she so afraid? Why is the lowest paid worker in his company in tears while others laugh? At the end of the aisle, he overhears two cashiers whispering. Did you see how Mr. Thompson yelled at her again? One says. It's awful. She's here all night cleaning, and he treats her like trash. The other sighs. I heard he cut her hours too. Says she's replaceable. But she's the only one keeping this place spotless. The CEO's chest tightens. Thompson. The manager. He hired him. Trusted him. And now he sees the cracks. He circles back, catching the manager mid-rant. You're slower every day, Thompson sneers at the janitor, his voice dripping with contempt. If you can't handle a mop, maybe you don't belong here at all. The janitor whispers, I'm trying, but her voice breaks. Thompson scoffs. Trying doesn't pay the bills. Move faster or you're out. The CEO clenches his fists. Every instinct screams to step in, to reveal himself, to stop this cruelty. But he holds back. Not yet. He needs to see more. He needs the truth. He follows quietly, heart heavy, as the janitor moves to the restroom corridor. There, when she thinks nobody's watching, she leans against the wall, burying her face in her hands again. He hears her whisper through sobs. I can't lose this job. My kids need me. God, please, just help me hold on. The weight of her words hits him like a punch. Kids. She's not just a janitor. She's a mother fighting for survival. And here she is, being humiliated in his store, while he, the CEO, had no idea. Memories flood him, his own childhood. His mother working double shifts, scrubbing floors, holding back tears so her children wouldn't see. He remembers her blistered hands, her whispered prayers. He swore one day he'd build something better. And yet, right here in his store, history repeats. He steps outside for air, torn apart inside. How could this happen under his leadership? Where did he fail her? And why is Thompson still employed? When he re-enters, he sees Thompson again, laughing with another employee. These cleaners think they matter, Thompson sneers. She's lucky I even keep her around. People like her, they're nothing. The CEO's jaw tightens. People like her. Nothing. The words cut deep. He forces himself to stay silent, blending into the crowd. But inside, A storm is brewing. He knows he can't let this stand. Still, he needs more proof. More than a confrontation. He needs to see just how bad it really is. So he lingers, watching. And what he sees unravels him. When customers spill a drink in aisle 5, Thompson calls her over, snaps his fingers, and makes her clean it while people laugh. When she bends down, he smirks, mocking her posture. When she accidentally bumps into him, he whispers something cruel under his breath, and she flinches like a wounded animal. All the while, she says nothing. She swallows her pain, forces a nod, and keeps scrubbing. The humiliation drips from her like sweat, but she endures it. The CEO can't take it. His throat burns with anger. But he waits. Because he knows, exposing himself now might protect her for a moment, but it won't fix the rot that's festering here. He needs to uncover the full truth. And then, he sees it. Thompson, cornering her by the supply closet. His voice low, his tone venomous. Remember what I said. You don't complain. You don't talk. Or you'll regret it. Understand? She nods quickly, fear in her eyes. The CEO feels his pulse thunder. There it is. Intimidation. Bullying. Fear. But why? Why target her so viciously? The janitor walks out, shoulders hunched, heading back to her mop. She doesn't see him watching, but he sees everything. And he knows. The truth is worse than he thought. Because this isn't just disrespect. This isn't just a tough manager. This is deliberate. Targeted. Cruel. He whispers to himself, what else has he done? And right then, something shifts. He realizes he's standing on the edge of something bigger. Something darker. And he has to decide. Does he confront it now? Or does he dig deeper, risking what he might uncover? The tension coils in his chest. The janitor wipes her eyes, forcing herself to keep working. The manager smirks from across the aisle, oblivious to the truth standing right behind him. And the CEO knows. This is only the beginning. He sits in his car that night, staring at the steering wheel. Sleep won't come. The janitor's broken voice echoes in his mind. My kids need me. He can't shake it. He can't walk away. Tomorrow, he decides, he'll go back. This time, he'll push harder. This time, he'll find out everything. Morning comes. He's back at the store. Same disguise. Same jeans. The janitor is already there, scrubbing the tiled floor with a bucket of gray water. Her back aches. He can see it in her movements. But she doesn't complain. Thompson approaches her again. This time, the CEO is closer, hiding behind a shelf. He hears every word. You think you deserve this job? Thompson hisses. Don't fool yourself. I'm doing you a favor. People like you don't belong here. You belong in the gutter. She flinches but says nothing. And don't think anyone cares, he adds. The bosses don't even know you exist. To them, you're invisible. To me, you're expendable. The CEO's stomach drops. Invisible. Expendable. This man thinks he's untouchable. But Thompson is wrong. The boss does know. And the boss is listening. The janitor drops her mop, hands trembling. Please. I'm just trying to survive. Please stop. Thompson smirks. Then keep quiet. Or you're gone. The next morning, he returns with fire in his chest. The memory of Thompson's words won't leave him. Invisible. Expendable. He walks into the store determined, though still undercover. Today, he won't just watch. Today, he'll act. The janitor is already there, mopping near the entrance. Her face looks pale, her movements slow. But when she sees Thompson, she tenses like prey sensing a predator. He leans in close, muttering words the CEO can't quite catch. She nods, eyes down, fighting back tears again. The CEO clenches his fists. Enough. He decides to test something. He approaches her directly. Excuse me, he says kindly, this floor looks spotless. You do excellent work. Her eyes widen. For a moment, she almost smiles. But then she quickly lowers her head, whispering, thank you, as though even gratitude is dangerous here. That's when Thompson storms over. Why are you talking to her? His tone is sharp, territorial. He steps between them, glaring. She's supposed to be working, not chatting with customers. The CEO narrows his eyes but stays calm. I was just complimenting her hard work. You should be proud of your staff. Thompson scoffs. Hard work. She's useless. Always whining. Always too slow. If she doesn't like it here, she can leave. The janitor freezes, humiliation washing over her. Customers nearby glance at them but quickly look away. The CEO studies Thompson's face. There's no shame, no hesitation, just arrogance. And then he realizes something chilling. Thompson speaks this way because he believes no one will ever hold him accountable. And maybe until today, he was right. The CEO steps back. He can't reveal himself just yet. He needs to strike at the root, not the surface. So he spends the entire day watching, following, listening. And what he uncovers is worse than he imagined. He overhears Thompson mocking the janitor's accent, sneering about her background. People like you are only good for scrubbing floors. Don't dream too big, he tells her. Later, he sees him tampering with her schedule, cutting her hours, handing shifts to his friends instead. And when she begs him not to, because she needs the money to feed her kids, he laughs. Not my problem. Maybe you should find a husband instead of bothering me. The cruelty is relentless. But the CEO keeps quiet, gathering every detail. Because when he strikes, it has to be final. By evening, the janitor is limping from exhaustion. Still, Thompson piles on more work, barking orders in front of everyone. She hides her tears, but her hands tremble too much to hold the mop steady. Customers whisper, unsettled. Yet no one dares to speak up. Until now. The CEO steps forward. His voice booms across the aisle. That's enough. Thompson spins, startled. Excuse me. Who are you to tell me how to run my staff? The janitor freezes, eyes wide. The entire store goes quiet. The CEO's jaw tightens. He pulls out his phone, scrolling quickly. Then, with deliberate calm, he holds the screen up. The store's logo glows on the background. Grayson's Market. His company. His name. I'm the one who owns this place, he says. And you've just made the biggest mistake of your career. Gasps ripple through the store. The janitor drops her mop, covering her mouth. Thompson stutters, face draining of color. Why, you're the CEO? Yes, the man says firmly. And I've been watching you all day. Silence hangs heavy. The CEO turns, addressing the whole store. I built this company on values of respect, dignity, and hard work. And yet right here, under my nose, I've seen cruelty, humiliation, and abuse. His voice cracks slightly, emotion breaking through. I watched a mother cry because she thought she was invisible. I watched her beg for scraps of hours while the man meant to lead mocked her humanity. And I will not allow it. Not here. Not ever. The janitor's tears flow freely now, but this time, they're different. Thompson tries to speak. Sir, she exaggerates, she. Stop. The CEO's voice slices like a blade. I heard you. I saw you. Every word, every action. And you dared to believe she was nothing. But let me tell you something, Mr. Thompson. She is everything. She's the backbone of this store. Without her, this floor doesn't shine. Without her, customers don't feel welcome. Without her, your job, my job, means nothing. And you chose to crush her instead of lift her. Thompson stammers, sweat dripping. Please, sir, You're done, the CEO declares. Effective immediately, you're relieved of your position. Security will escort you out. Gasps echo again. Some employees cheer quietly, others exchange stunned looks. But the CEO isn't finished. He turns to the janitor. She's shaking, unsure if she's dreaming. What's your name? He asks softly. Maria, she whispers. Maria, he says gently, you're not invisible. You never were. I see you. And from this day forward, so will everyone else. Your hours will be restored. Your pay will be reviewed. And if you want, there will be opportunities for you to grow here. Because no one should ever be treated the way you've been treated. Maria sobs openly, covering her face with her gloves. The entire store breaks into applause. Some customers wipe tears. Employees stand taller. Something shifts in the air, like a burden lifted. And then, the CEO turns back to everyone watching. His voice steadies, but his eyes glisten. Let this be a reminder. Leadership is not about power. It's about service. It's about protecting those who give their all, even when no one's watching. If we can't lead with dignity, we don't deserve to lead at all. The janitor looks at him through tears. Thank you so much. He places a hand on her shoulder. No, Maria. Thank you for reminding me what this company is meant to stand for. The applause grows louder. Thompson is led out, silent and pale. And in that moment, the CEO knows. Justice has been done. That night, Maria goes home, paycheck secure, hope renewed. Her kids run to her, wrapping their arms around her waist. She smiles through tears, whispering, "It's going to be okay now." And in his office later, the CEO writes a new policy. Anonymous reporting, anti-bullying enforcement, leadership training. Because change must last. Because this cannot happen again. He looks out his window at the city lights, his heart heavy but strong. No one, he whispers, will ever be invisible in my company again. The story ends not with power, but with humanity restored. This is Elliot Stories reminding you that no matter the darkness, light will always find a way. Visit Elliot Stories for more inspiring stories, and see you in the next one.